All right. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Welcome to the stream. Thin Cut, Curdy, Dirty, Nocturnus, Thin Cut, and Shadow Vegeta. Welcome to the stream. We got quite a few topics on the docket. Something just fell off my desk. Deodorant. Sorry about all this. You know, yes sir, the good sir, just chilling. Glad you're chilling. Right now I gotta get my iPad up so I can control the stream, because I like to control the stream from my iPad. It makes things a lot easier. I don't have to have, you know, everything open on my second monitor. I could just leave OBS B and it should change. It should. It doesn't always change, but 99.99% of the time it does change. So hopefully this fixed it. But what's good also, Jay Solaris, I'm at work, but I'm in a boring meeting, so I can definitely be here. That's good. I mean, I think you're in the prime, because like I'm not playing any games or anything. I'm just talking right now. We got quite a few stuff on the docket, so I want to talk about quite a few things. Like I think I'm gonna just do this from now on. First of all, like usually I'll keep the thing on my other monitor, but I think I'm gonna start showing my notes on here on the actual stream. So one of the big, by the way, make sure y'all like the stream, share it out. I gotta share. I ironically have to share it out myself. Shadicstick live is now going up. The next episode of Shadicstick live is here. You know, I'm typing all this with by holding stuff. I don't do caps lock ever. Bro flexing an iPad Pro. Yes, I have an iPad Pro. I got it for free. So there is that. Yes, I do have an iPad Pro. Love the cut, man. Looking clean. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Your boy's gonna be sporting them waves. The top of my head is already dark again. It's been like a week. What's good? Welcome to the stream, Dovax. Welcome to the stream. But we got a myriad of topics to talk about. We're gonna be talking about a lot of the wait, hold up. Come through. Bada boom. But we got a myriad of topics. We're going to be talking about the Xbox Showcase, Summer Game Fest, the Nintendo Direct predictions, Sonic Frontiers, Dragon Ball Superhero, which I'm extremely excited for after looking all the... Yeah, we getting them waves, Moose. We getting them waves. We got... I'm extremely excited for Dragon Ball Superhero. I was really disappointed with the Capcom Showcase, and it might not be for like what you think it is. I didn't write a lot here because there wasn't a lot in the showcase that I wanted to talk about. Basically because it's like all stuff I've already seen. I mean, I think the Street Fighter stuff was cool, but and then some of the pickups I've had, and whether I've played them or not. Some of them are just me repurchasing a game, some of them aren't. But let's start at the top. So the Xbox Showcase was, is there a Direct confirmed? No, but I think Emily Rogers has actually talked about this. So let's pull up Emily Rogers. I don't have to go to my second monitor. I could do this here. I can do this right now. Let's go to Twitter. Let's look up Emily Rogers. So Emily Rogers. So boom. Emily Rogers blog, she, you know, I think she has talked about something recently. So, first of all, there was a big leak saying that there was supposed to be a Direct sometime around Summer Game Fest. I didn't think that was going to be the case, but I knew it was going to be probably at the end of the month. They always do a Direct in the summer because all the game companies essentially have to start doing their marketing during the summer, so you can be hyped for the end of the year and so that you'll buy their games at the end of the year. That's basically it. I predict at the end of the month we'll get Cyberspace levels officially shown along with pre-orders going live. Same here. But I want to go down through stuff in order. So the Xbox Showcase, I actually kind of liked it. I don't think I was amazed by anything, but actually one thing, Starfield actually looks amazing. It's the first time I've been invested in like a Bethesda Softworks game. Like I was like, wow, I'm actually excited for this. I'm really, really excited for this. So Redfall looks really nice. It's a game I'm interested in as someone who's a Borderlands fan. Buenos tardes. Welcome to the stream, Ardio Cardio. Wait. Buenos tardes. Good afternoon. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's good afternoon, but I don't know. Starfield looking like No Man's Sky. It looks like No Man's Sky, but like better. That's what it really does. It looks like a better No Man's Sky. We got all the typical Forza stuff. I wasn't surprised by the Forza stuff. I will say this, Motorsport looks better than the new Gran Turismo game. Like visually and at a gameplay level, obviously. Like I just have never been into Gran Turismo. I will say I will commend it on that it's like the most realistic car racing game in terms of just like controls, but I don't think that makes it a better game than anything else because it's just not fun to play. Also tomorrow there's a Dragon Dogma digital event. Well, I'm happy for you, Moose. If they show something interesting, I think I'd be interested. The issue with me is I'm not like a big Dragon Dogma fan. I probably need to get into the series because it's probably something I like. I just haven't gotten to. Me gustan los tamales. Good afternoon, Ario Cardio. Me gusta los tamales. Los. I feel like he said something about balls or something. He likes tamales. Okay. Okay. He likes tamales. Okay, I was very confused. I was just like, I don't know what he's saying. I don't speak Spanish. I'm sorry, Audio Cardio. Absolutely need PlayStation to make a Forza Horizon type game. They would absolutely nail it big time. It depends on what studio tackles it. I don't want who's the studio that does Gran Turismo? I would not want them to do it. I'd want like another studio to do it. Maybe like Guerrilla Games could do that. I don't know. I feel like Guerrilla Games, if they taste good. Okay. I gotcha. Scorn release date, which I was very surprised by. I wasn't expecting them to. I mean, I was expecting it, but like, I was like, dang, they got a hard release date. Because I was excited for that game a little bit when they announced it, which is that Quake looking, like, gross looking game. But I was like, I'm also very interested at the same time. Need a better Killzone game, but that may never, that's not going to happen. Polyphony Digital already has their hands full on normal Gran Turismo. Yeah, I don't want Polyphony Digital doing it. I also don't think they make fun games to play. I feel like if they did it, it wouldn't be fun to play. What's good? Welcome to the stream, Sonic. How you doing, my dude? On top of that, we have Flintlock Announcement, which Flintlock looks cool to me. So I'm gonna pull this up. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. So we have, all right, let's pull up Flintlock. Bada boom. Siege of Dawn. This looks just really cool to me. I don't know who's developing it. I don't remember. But, like, this just looks cool to me. Like, I don't know if I'm the only one who believes this, but, like, it looks dope. Like, it kind of reminds me of what I feel like Horizon was gonna play like when I initially played the game. Like, the main character looks compelling and all that stuff. The gameplay looked pretty dope. It kind of looks like a cross between like the modern God of War and Horizon. Correct me if I'm wrong in saying this, but that's kind of what it looks like in terms of gameplay. Because they showed gameplay of it. Is this just the announcement trailer? They showed it. Hold up. Oh, this is coming to PS4 and PS5. It's just Game Pass exclusive. Okay. Like, they showed gameplay of it, though. I remember them showing gameplay of this. Yeah, there it is. Gameplay reveal. Because, oh my god. The gods unleashed a pest. But this is where it is. Yeah, it looked like God of War kind of meets like Horizon or something. Like, and I like the little triangle thing where you teleport to the stuff. I think that's all pretty cool. I don't know. How did y'all feel about that? Like, I thought this looked dope. In all honesty, like I really did. I'm excited about this game. And I don't know, it's coming to PlayStation. I don't know. I kind of want to get it. I want to get an Xbox though, because then I won't have to pay for this and all the other games coming out. So I'll just have to pay for Game Pass once instead of like spending like, you know, $300, $400. I just spend like $100 for the year instead of like $300, $400 over the course of like a month. It reminds me a lot of Remnant from the Ashes. Remnant from the Ashes. Let me see. Who's the developer? Kepler? Kepler presents. Let's see. Kepler Games. Oh, I remember this. It looks alright though. I think I'll pass on it. See, it interests me. Kepler Interactive. What games have they developed? I saw A44 Games. Flintlock Ashen. I remember people playing this. Maybe I should get this game and see if I'd probably like Flintlock if I like that game. Actually, I think it's on like my wish list or something, but it's on Switch, which makes it easier for me. But better world and better combat. Oh, okay, I see. But make sure y'all like the stream, share it out. It'd be highly appreciated. And then they just had Minecraft Legends. All right, so Minecraft Legends actually has me really interested, right? Because Dungeons had me interested. I played a little bit of it because my girlfriend bought it when she picked up a Switch. And it was decent, you know, it wasn't very over the top. I don't think it was at the level of like Diablo or anything like that. But it was a solid like ARPG, right? I need to like, I want to know what Minecraft Legends is going to be. It's a strategy action game. And that's making me think Muso. I don't know why it's making me think Muso, but like, look at this, right? So it looks like a Muso game. Like, correct me. Like I know it's interesting because it kind of looked like a Muso. Like, we go to the end of this.
This is the legend of a united.
Like, bro, this looks like a. It kind of looked like a. I don't know. It looks like a Muso kind of like. I want to know. I want to know exactly what they're doing for it, bro. I want to see more of this. This is something I want to see more of. Like, I'm very curious. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where it doesn't look like it would work, but it's Minecraft, so maybe it will. I don't know. Mojang, however you pronounce it. I don't know. Hopefully they do something well with that, or good with that. And then we have Diablo 4, which I'm actually excited. Is like, I want to know how they like get past like Diablo 3 and especially now recently Diablo Immortal, because Diablo Immortal for them has been a PR nightmare. Like, why would I buy Diablo 4 if Diablo 3 was heavy on microtransactions and that game almost died because you could basically pay to win, and then Diablo Immortal is quite literally just pay to win. Like, how do you come back from that? Dragon Quest Builder, but Minecraft, maybe, but Builder isn't really a strategy game. I actually almost bought Builders 2 the other day at GameStop. It's $15. I'm gonna go back and pick it up when I can. Did you hear that Fire Sprite, one of the small devs recently acquired by Sony, is getting moved into a much bigger office, and some have said because they showed Sony a good teaser for an FPS game? That would be good, because Killzone ain't doing it for Sony, and I don't think they made a new Resistance or whatever in years. Sony needs like a solid first-person shooter. I feel like that's like one thing like specifically like Nintendo has on lock. They have like a game of every genre, or they have games that are in every genre, every major genre at least, that people buy, so they don't really have to worry about what they need to like have in terms of their catalog of games. I mean, their competitive shooter is Splatoon. Metroid Prime is going to be their first person shooter that, you know, their story heavy first person shooter or whatever. They have Mario for platformers and just adventure games in general, or, you know, action adventure games. Zelda, really the action adventure game, open world game too. They just have so many titles and so many IPs that carry their weight. Smash, fighting game. if ARMS ever comes back, another fighting game. It's just like, I don't know. I feel like that's what Sony needs. And if that studio's coming in to, you know, add to Sony's repertoire, I think that's a very good thing. One thing I have an issue with, though, with Sony, and this also extends to Microsoft, is like they make a lot of games that are kind of samey in terms of like overall tone and feel. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I really gravitated towards Horizon, because it was unique in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, Nintendo benefits a lot from a lot of variety. Yeah, like I feel like Sony needs a bit more variety in that realm. Yeah, they bought Bungie for a reason. Yeah, but Destiny sucks, bro. Destiny is like crappy free-to-play Borderlands. Like, I don't like it at all. Like, I've given Destiny a try. It's just not good. They bought Bungie mostly to build up their live service infrastructure, because they don't have any live service games for real. Nintendo turns all of their Nintendo so far has been ironically the best at turning all their games into live services. Like, Splatoon was the very first live service they made, and that was on the Wii U. Then all of their sports games are live services. It's kind of it's smart, you know what I mean? And I think that's actually Mario Kart 8 a live service also. Specifically when it was on the Wii U. The same issue with Sony and Microsoft. Everything feels too similar. Nothing super unique, with a few exceptions. Exactly. Like, those companies can do it. And I will give Microsoft credit for this. They're going out of their way to purchase studios and make a bunch of, you know, like that game, what is it called? The one by Squanch Games, Justin Roiland. I'm excited for it. I just forget what the name it is, because everybody, when they talk about it in videos, they call it like the Justin Roiland game. Squanch Games. Let's just look up Squanch Games. And High on Life. This is a game I'm really excited for. I will commend him. Like, the more I see of it, the more I'm excited for it. Like, it's like one of those things where it's like, I want to see more games like this. Even if it's a first-person shooter, it's so different from everything Microsoft has in their back catalog. Like, this is what I want to see. Splatoon is Mario Sunshine multiplayer. I can't say that, because it controls a lot better than Mario Sunshine. Sony made Halo campaign with Go Hard. Would it go hard, though? Would it go hard? What was I gonna say? And then to move on from, dang. This dude comment on my video. I'm sorry. It's funny. So let's talk about Overwatch 2, because this is funny. It looks cool, but I don't care. Like, I'm just tired of, like, Blizzard needs, like, I'm glad Microsoft bought Blizzard, and they're like turning all the like old heads out, because like it's like very obvious, like, they haven't gotten everyone out of there. Like Diablo Immortal, Overwatch 2, it's all like disappointing, man. And some of the big indie standouts are Erebon, Ravenlock, and Last Case of Benedict Fox, which was like Luigi Mansion Metroid. Oh, man. Then we have the new Kojima game that was rumored for a really long time, and it's going to be cloud-focused. That's been confirmed. Overwatch 2, I mean, it really is Overwatch 1.5. I mean, graphically, it looks the same. Gameplay wise, it doesn't look like they've really evolved anything, and they're gonna have a story mode, but like, that was promised forever ago. It's taking them so long to release this like game. It's like, how is it taking you this long? You know what I mean? Overwatch 1 made a ton of money, live service game, and while the game, like, a lot of, even though it's not like super popular like it used to be, a lot of people still play it. Like, a lot. Like, let's go to Twitch. Let's see how many. There's probably at least 10,000 people playing Overwatch right now on Twitch. If not, that's just sad. Like, most played games. Let's see. Categories. How 13 people watch this stream. Like, no, the game not out yet, bro. Oh, dang. It's not even up here. Wait, no, it is. Like, there's still at least, like there's still a sizable chunk of people playing this, right? They could fix this game. They could save Overwatch, but they keep fumbling the bag, man. I don't know how to explain it. What is Eternal Return? Is this a mobile game? It's a battle royale? This is a battle royale. This is a mobile game. This has got to be a mobile game. Eternal Return, that has to be a mobile game. There's just no way. But I'm excited for the Kojima game. I don't know what it is. It's just Kojima, you know. He's our Lord and Savior. You know, I still have to buy Death Stranding. Maybe after we get done with the 15 playthrough, I'll get Death Stranding and we'll go through Death Stranding. I'm just worried about streaming it because I know Kojima likes to put licensed music in his game. To be fair, Twitch isn't exactly a good metric to measure a game's success. That's relatively speaking. I'm talking about in general. If a lot of people are playing that game right now on Twitch, streaming it on Twitch, a lot of people are watching it, more than likely that game is doing well. All it takes is 3 to 5 big ass streamers to stream one game at once to inflate the count. Yeah, but it's also below like 100,000 or 50,000. The Death Stranding director's cut on PS5. Well, I gotta get my money up for a PS5. I mean, I'll repurchase it. I'll give Kojima all my money. I don't care about that, man. Like, let me make it clear. Also, Persona 3, 4, and 5 coming to Xbox. That was exciting because first of all, they haven't ever been on Xbox. I think the only Persona game on Xbox is like Persona 4 Arena and Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. Like none of the other games. It's just kind of weird. The only thing I found kind of weird is P3 portable instead of FES. I get that, like, they could have just added the FemC story to Persona 3 FES. Actually, no, never mind. Death Stranding is coming to PC. I'm not gonna buy it on PC. I want it physically. I'm gonna show y'all all my physical games one day, or again. I've shown y'all multiple times. Like I don't really have to show you again, but like I have like 50 PS4 games sitting to the left of me. Weird how it's only those three. Persona 1 and 2 got left out. It's not strange that it's only those three because those three are popular. Persona 1 and 2 are just not good. Welcome to the stream, Kamen Rider 64. I don't know if you've played them, Jay, but they're not good games. It's like going back and like from Final Fantasy like 3 on forward are the games people play. They don't play the first two games because Final Fantasy 1 it's a very rudimentary RPG, and Final Fantasy 2 isn't good. Switchport beggars, cough cough, Big Goomba. I despise that guy with all my heart. I don't like seeing Big Goomba on my timeline. You're talking about that dude on Twitter, right? I really hate seeing him on my timeline. He has the most pseudo-intellectual takes I've ever seen. Or seeing the Switch being left out. It'll probably come to the Switch. Persona's too big in Japan for them to not put it on the Switch. Like, there's like 30 million Switches out in Japan. It'd be kind of dumb for them to not put it on Switch. Just stop begging for it. I mean, I wouldn't say stop begging for it. Keep asking for it. But don't be sitting there molding because I didn't get my waifu game on Nintendo Switch. Like, nobody cares. But for game preservation reasons, kind of weird, but I do get it. I will agree. For game preservation's sake, it's kind of weird. Actually, I remember when the PSP, I'm gonna probably get the games on PSP just to have them. I think they're cheaper on PSP. I don't remember correctly. Lonely Goomba. I hate seeing his tweets, man. I hate seeing them. But overall, I'm surprised. I'm gonna tell you this: Microsoft paid some big bucks to have all those games they want on Game Pass, so I will give them that. They paid the big bucks to do it. Also, Starfield. Before we move on, Starfield looks amazing. Like it's like No Man's Sky, but it looks good. The only issue I have with it are the character models, the faces specifically. The faces just don't look right, but it actually looks relatively graphically decent in comparison to previous Bethesda games. Most of their games just look like PS2 games. I'm like, you're too big of a company for your games to be looking like this. Like Fallout 4 looks horrible. Like this game actually looks graphically decent. What are the hopes for us getting Capcom All-Stars or another Capcom versus game? We're not going to get that for a minute, man. I think the issue is, like, licensing. There's too much licensing that goes into that. And because, like, if you couldn't tell, like, it's hard for them to work with companies like Disney. I'd like to see a Capcom versus game that's not, you know, like Marvel, but instead it's like Capcom versus, I don't know, Activision or Blizzard, something like that, you know. It doesn't have to be Activision or Blizzard, or like Capcom versus Nintendo, Capcom versus Sony, Capcom or PlayStation, Capcom versus Xbox. I think that'd be pretty dope, you know what I mean? I have On the Download muted on Twitter. I've never followed him and would see him on all the time. On the download. Who's on the download? Let me see who's on the download. I know who you're talking about. Oh, you're talking about Fidel. Oh no. I know if Fidel was in the stream, he'd be upset. I have no real issues with Fidel. I just can't really consume Fidel's content. Like, it's very fake hypey. I don't have a problem with him, but it's just I can't watch his content. It's too much screaming, and it's not genuine. You know what I mean? But welcome to the stream, Ether Drips. Nice to see you here, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with being hyped, but like, man, I kind of understand what you're talking about, Lewis, because I follow him, but I have him muted, bro. I follow him, but I have him muted. I'm pretty sure. So hold up. On the download. Yeah, I just have him muted. Like, I follow him, but I have him muted, because like sometimes I do like he'll have something. There'll be something funny, right? But you know, sometimes it's not. Oh God. But that's really my opinion on it. I think it's funny he got in beef with Low Tier God of all people, which I think is funny because I didn't think Low Tier God would say anything about that whole situation. I was like, dang, it's not that deep. But then again, it's Low Tier God. That whole saga right now is funny. I want to, like, Fidel's not gonna respond, which I think is a smart thing to do. Whenever anyone like responds to Low Tier God, they lose, whether they're in the right or the wrong. You know what I mean? Like, you don't win that battle. You don't win against Low Tier God. Like, I think the best example is like June the King. June the King released like a documentary on Low Tier God. And Low Tier God like genuinely ruined his life. It's not and like Low Tier God was in the wrong completely. Like, but it's like when you say anything about that dude, there's no winning. There's no real winning. You know what I mean? But man, let's talk about Summer Game Fest. Jeff Keighley overhyped his own event, dog. Like to a ridiculous degree, man. Like, I think the issue with Summer Game Fest is he wants it to replace E3, and it's filling that gap of E3. There's no E3 this year. Like, you guys notice? It's because the ESA has. Oh, bro, I don't even have my. I'm too black to be having that on, bro. It's just been whack. Like, I completely agree with you, dog. It's lag. Toe-to-toe was Attica. Yeah, Attica's the only person who could have. People respected Attica more than anybody else. That's the only person who could go toe-to-toe with him. Like, Summer Game Fest was mid, though. Like, it was big mid. And it's because, like, alright, I'm fine with it being stuff we've already seen, but we were promised, like, games like Sonic Frontiers supposed to be at the event for Summer Game Fest. We got nothing. It's like, and people are asking for God of War, Sonic, and Silk Song. Those are all games we know exist. They've been announced already, but they did nothing. And then it was basically shooters in space. And, you know, while I get it, I get the appeal. I love shooters. I play Fortnite every day. Yesterday, Fortnite and Borderlands was my whole day in terms of gaming. It's just like, you gotta have more variety for people who aren't into those types of genres. You know what I mean? So many space games, exactly. And it's like, why so many space games? Like, come on, someone should have said something before that. Indie games were hyped for me. The game called Bear and Breakfast is such a peaceful game. Yeah, I know, they didn't balance it out. And even with the indie games, they were all like really slow-paced indie games. Like, what were they doing? What was Jeff thinking? By the way, make sure y'all like the stream. It really helps out. It should, like, the only one I liked was Callisto Protocol because of Dead Space. Yeah, and that got people hyped because they're Dead Space fans, but it's like, we already know Callisto Protocol's coming out. They showed some in-engine gameplay stuff or whatever. It's just, man. He's probably gonna, A-Right, welcome to the stream, A-Right. He's probably gonna watch out for the games he advertises next year. There was some stuff that was shown that wasn't even there. Call of Elden Ring. Yeah, I know. It's just kind of, I don't really understand what Jeff is thinking up there, man. It was just really weird. I'm planning on watching TGA because it has problems too, like SGF. But usually, I think this is the issue. Jeff doesn't want one event to overshadow the other, because the Game Awards is that is his big event. Summer Game Fest is supposed to be like, oh, this is a little tease for what's coming out this summer for the rest of the year, and then TGA is supposed to be big drop, big drop, big drop, big drop, big game after the next, and they didn't have that. What's up? We on about summer? Yeah, summer mid fest, summer sleep fest, bro. And Sony and Nintendo are smart for making indie events only events to get that out of the way. I will agree with you on that, Lewis, especially Nintendo. Sony does it. The issue with Sony is they'll do it and they'll announce this an indie event before right before the event is on, so people get disappointed. Nintendo is really big about telling, hey, we're having an indie direct, indie games only. So I will say that, yes, you are right. They are smart about having those indie only directs, because it prevents like downtime, a bunch of like really big downtime during these events. If you can make any game, what would it be? I don't know, man. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't know. Sonic Frontier is probably that game that I'd make. in concept. People care about the Game Awards and it's just baby. Yeah, people care a lot more about it because game devs care about it, because it sells their games beyond, that year, basically. So, like, what happens is the Game Award. Oh, your game won the Game Awards. It wins Game of the Year. All right, I can slap that on the box, say Game of the Year edition, boom, out the door. You're probably not going to get anything big from Sony until September or August. That looks like their pattern. That's kind of weird, because actually they usually announce stuff in the summer, and all this stuff comes out around between August and October, so they can get out of the way of third parties, because they don't want their games competing with the likes of like Call of Duty, because they make money off of that too. The microtransactions in those games benefit Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony as much as it benefits, Activision, Blizzard, or Capcom, or whoever has the, microtransactions in their game. I think they shouldn't put games in the trailer if it's not going to be in the actual event. I completely agree with that. It's kind of ridiculous that they'll have these games in the trailers, but the games won't be at the event. It's like, I want to know what's going to be there, not what you had in the past, or, have a little hope for what's going to be there. You know what I mean? That's stupid. It's completely stupid. I completely agree with that. I mean, yeah, some of these announcements were kind of hype. Once Human comes to mind, reminds me of Destiny Scarlet Nexus a bit. You don't know how much I like Destiny. See, I don't like Destiny, so I get bored. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a Destiny person. Like, it's like bad Borderlands to me. By the way, make sure y'all like the stream. There's 14 people in here. Can we get 14 likes? All around, I don't know. Just Summer Game Fest was pretty mid. Like, the events should have been bigger. They should have had, like, made it a big deal that, oh, you can come to the event, you can come to Summer Game Fest, you can play all these games that are slated to release this year or next year. I think Frontiers not being an SGF is more so Sega's issue, as it's probably some crazy stuff going on with Sega's marketing behind the scenes. It's probably because they have some NDAs and some contracts specifically with IGN. Like, IGN is, like, screwing up that game's, like, promotion and marketing. I'm gonna keep it real with you, and I'm gonna talk about that in a minute after I get done with the Nintendo Direct predictions. I feel like we can continue on without E3, but I don't think SGF will take over for a while. See, from what we know, we're getting E3 next year. I think the ESA is planning on having E3 next year. So hopefully E3 comes back into some capacity, because Summer Game Fest is just not anywhere near as good. It's nowhere near as hype. It feels like a waste of time, genuinely. But let's talk about some of my Nintendo Direct predictions. So what we even get a Summer Direct, based off of, Nintendo typically having a Summer Direct, I think we're going to get a Summer Nintendo Direct. I think it's probably going to be the best event out of this whole summer showcase of games for most companies than anything else. And that's really because of a few things, because we haven't seen much of Bayonetta 3, and there's a bunch of games that people want from Nintendo that they can announce that they apparently have already done. And Nintendo is notable for having games just finished and just sitting on them until they need to release them. So there's likely some stuff that they've worked on and that have been rumored for a while that they could be releasing or announcing in there. So that's what I'm really expecting. Do you think the game companies come to E3? What do you mean by the game companies come to E3? I mean, usually they all have something at the Staples Center, whereas E3 usually was held. So usually they are there at the event in some capacity. Even though Nintendo and Sony, decided they were going to have digital conferences, and Microsoft was the only one really having a presence, in terms of having a press conference. My brain just melted. I'm sorry about that. In terms of having a press conference there, like Microsoft was the only one having a press conference there now. But as far as like companies going there, yeah, they go there. Nintendo definitely have some stuff under their sleeves. Yeah, I know, that's the thing. Metroid Prime fans are in the dust. They are, bro. Like, I'm not a huge Metroid Prime. The only thing I like from them is like Metroid Prime, but I feel bad for them, man. They are in the dust. So we'll probably get something, and it's probably going to be all like August and onward releases, and probably some Xenoblade stuff, which I think Xenoblade comes out in July. And I think there could be some like shadow drops and stuff in there, but I think we're going to get the release dates, like hard release dates for games like Splatoon 3, Bayonetta 3, and I don't think Scarlet and Violet Pokemon have their release dates yet. Usually they have separate events for Pokemon, but because they've already had their event to announce, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, I think they'd actually show it off a bit more and go more in depth at an actual Nintendo Direct. I get it, Destiny has many things that doesn't sit well, especially for new players. Normal jumping, heavy DLC promotion, complicated in time, build crafting, and ability. It's based and ability. It's a ability-based shooter. I'm assuming that's what you meant to say. That is only issues, but you only get 200 characters in a live chat. So, oh no, I understand, bro. I understand. Nah, you're good. I'm wondering when the next main 3D Mario game is going to be announced. It's either going to happen this generation or the next Nintendo Switch. It depends on when they want to release the next Switch, basically. I'll take Prime Trilogy on Switch, even though I bought it on Wii U. Splatoon 3 comes out September 9th. Okay, they're probably just going to show off more stuff for Splatoon 3. I didn't see anything related to the release date. I probably should have looked into that a little bit deeper, but I couldn't be asked. I had my Wii to play Metroid Prime. I would buy it on Switch instantly. Yeah, I feel like that's the case for a lot of people. I feel like that's the case for a lot of people, especially after Metroid Dread. I feel like that game did really well for a Metroid game. I think it's so far been the best-selling Metroid game that's, or at least non-Prime Metroid game. I know the first Prime is the best-selling Metroid game to date. I have a feeling also it might be time for a new 3D Mario. If they announce a new Switch, that would probably be the announcement of a new Mario, maybe. Yeah, I don't think they're announcing a new Switch anytime soon because the Switch is selling like hotcakes still outpacing the PlayStation 2 in sales. So I don't think they're going to do that. I feel like they'll cannibalize their own system if they do that. I'd even take a 2D Metroid collection. I don't know. I wouldn't take a 2D Metroid collection. I mean, yeah. The issue with a 2D Metroid collection is Nintendo's going to price it at $60. That's why I wouldn't really want it. I feel like they will do one. Hopefully it's for like anywhere from 20 to 40 bucks if they do it. But I don't want them to do it merely because I'm scared that it'd be $60. I feel like the Switch probably has 2 to 3 years left in its lifespan. Yeah, just about around there. I think the Switch is so far at like 110, almost 120 million units. Hold up. This is how we got it. Nintendo IR info. Yeah, sure, LMAO. It's gonna be huge. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? That is what scares me. Nintendo IR sales. There we go. So Switch is at 107 million units. It's probably going to pass the PlayStation 4 by the end of this year. It's probably going to hit like 120, 130 million units by the end of this year. Hope it's something else and not Odyssey 2. I'd like Odyssey 2, man. I really would. New Switch will probably be announced when Switch sales start to dwindle, as Nintendo ordered a batch of 40 million Tegra SoCs for the normal Switch. That'll last 18 to 24 months, and that was last year. Yeah, I feel like that's probably going to be the case too, Lewis. Yeah, but Nintendo are sure just gonna limit the new games to come out by not making a new Switch. What developers will want to make Switch games with new toys that came out PS5, Xbox Series X? Well, the thing you got to understand is if there's a lot, if a system is doing extremely well financially, game developers will have to put their games on it. That's what happened with the Wii. And don't get me wrong, like the Switch is different. When the Switch came out, it was underpowered, but you could still port PS4 and Xbox One games to it. And still right now, we're in a transitionary period for the current generation because games are still coming out on PS4 and Xbox One. And I'm talking about big blockbuster games. I think by the end of next year is when Nintendo's really going to start probably promoting their new console. You think they'll give info on a Mario movie? I think they actually might. I didn't put that in there, but I hope they give info on the Mario movie. I'm actually pretty like, how do we say this? I'm curious about the Mario movie because the Sonic movie has changed the landscape for video game movies, and I feel like the Mario movie might not be good, bro. I say 1 and 2 would have sold insanely if they were on PS2. It wouldn't have mattered the quality of that port, bro. That quality of that port would have been worse than the GameCube port because the GameCube port for SA1, it runs at an unlocked frame rate. It's capped at 60. A lot of the times it'll hit 60, but it'll fluctuate from like 40 frames per second to 60. So I don't know. It depends. Heroes PS2. Shadow PS2 is worse. We talk about Heroes PS2. Shadow PS2 is a worse port than Heroes PS2. Like, anywhere where there's explosions in Shadow, which is a lot, there's a lot of explosions in that game, it drops the frame rate drops on GameCube and Xbox, right? It's a demanding game for the generation. But on PS2, it becomes like a PowerPoint. It legit becomes a PowerPoint. It's like that bad. For some reason, I think the Mario movie would be mid. It's because like traditionally, video game movies have been pretty bad. If not mid, like at best, usually they've been mid. Like Tomb Raider, the Resident Evil movies, at best they were mid. Most of them were bad. Like that's a tradition for video game movies, man. Sonic is ironically the one that's broken the mold in that place. You know what I mean? Kind of funny. But I just think so. This is what I think they're gonna announce or showcase. I think we will get Metroid Prime 4 because it's been 5 years. Wait, when did they announce the delay? Let's see when they announced the delay. Let me see. I'll just look up Metroid Prime 4 wiki. That would involve in 2018. Say that it was well into development and proceeding well. And a video released early in 19. All right, it was in 2019 that they rebooted it. It's been 3 years since then because I remember it was at the very beginning of the year. I think they could show something here. I don't think we're gonna get a release date. I just think they could show something here, and I think now would be the prime time to get people hyped because I don't think it'll come out this year. I think it'll be probably one of their big games for the beginning of next year if it comes out. Shadow and Heroes were released as PS2 classics for PS3, but only in PAL regions, not in the US, unfortunately. They were also released in Japan. They also released them as PS2 classics in Japan. It wasn't only PAL regions, it was every region but North America. There's the whole voice actor situation, the fact that the Mario RPGs are the only good ones with good stories. Yeah, sadly. Plus, Retro's Twitter banner is something from Prime 4. So we're close to something Prime 4, I feel. Yeah, I feel that too. I think Breath of the Wild 2 will be the last Switch 1.0 game before Switch 2 is announced. Sorry for bad English. I did the final exam and dumped out a knot. Bro, you're good, man. You're good. You don't got to worry about it. I just kind of... My brain is melting right now because... I don't know if you realize it. I've been like constantly talking. So right now, first of all, my throat hurts a lot. That's why I'm drinking a lot of water. And on top of my throat hurting, my brain is starting to hurt. But after this little segment, I'm gonna go use the bathroom, and then we'll start talking about Sonic Frontiers. So don't worry about that. But I also think we're going to get Breath of the Wild 2 stuff because they pushed it back, which I remember Breath of the Wild was supposed to come out in like 2014, 2015, and they kept pushing it back. So I hope that's not the case for Breath of the Wild 2. Breath of the Wild 2, if it follows the same trend as Breath of the Wild 1, will probably not come out till the Switch 2 comes out so that they can have a launch game for the Nintendo Switch 2. If it does come out this generation and it comes out next year, I guarantee we will see something this Nintendo Direct. And I mean, I think that's going to be period that we see something for this next upcoming Nintendo Direct, but still. Prime time. I'll make sure to add that to next to the sassy Shadicstick rhyme and alliteration. I didn't even do that on purpose, dog. I'm not even gonna claim credit for that. I mean, I probably did that subconsciously, but my brain is like, it's the prime time. I need them to just say something for Breath of the Wild 2, because I genuinely think Breath of the Wild's the greatest video game ever made. Like, if I had to choose like top three video games of all time, it's gonna be Breath of the Wild, Metal Gear Solid 3, and dang, this is hard. I don't know what the last one would be. I might put Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 or Black Ops 1 in the top 3 video games of all time. Oh man. But like, Breath of the Wild, peak fiction. Hope the actual Breath of the Wild will most likely get a trailer. Hopefully we get the actual name of the game, because I don't think it's going to be called Breath of the Wild 2, especially since they've just been calling it the sequel to the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Bubsy. We get Bubsy in Breath of the Wild. It'll be Bubsy of the Wild. The Wild had an amazing final trailer. I need that hype again, bro. Breath of the Wild came out in a very dark time in my life, and that game genuinely saved me. So I think we need something Breath of the Wild. Now, man, we all know that Battle in Wonderworld is better than Breath of the Wild. The name will probably be Breath of the Blank. Man, that'll be something. Breath of Calamity, bro. Breath of the Wild is a masterpiece. Breath of the Wild 2 might change the gaming landscape again. It might. Every game that has released after Breath of the Wild has tried to capture the essence of that game, and like only one game, Elden Ring, has done that. Like, it's insane. Like, and then you look at Horizon 2. Like, Horizon, I feel bad for Horizon, but at the same time, I think Guerrilla Games needs to make better games. So I finally recently beat Horizon Zero Dawn. That game, in comparison, I like that game. I love it. In comparison to Breath of the Wild, it's garbage. It's like actually that stark of a difference, and I feel like that happened again with Elden Ring and Horizon Forbidden West. Yeah, but on that note, I'm being called out. Time to babysit for the next 15-ish hours. Y'all take care. In the words of Ryan Reynolds, don't have a good day. Have a great day. Yes, bro. I just think I had that as one of my emotes in Fortnite. But yes, you too, Hen aside. Don't have a good day. Have a great day. Insert character standing on cliff side. Exactly. Horizon 3 will most likely be right before GTA 6. I know. That's going to be the worst. Like, they need to stop. Sony, and the worst part is Sony knew when Elden Ring was going to release. They had to have seen that game before it came out. They could have just told Guerrilla Games to be like, hey, yo, we're going to have to push this back a little bit. Elden Ring coming out. It might be one of the best games ever created. We can't do this again. We got to have our game do well. I did drop Horizon a few hours in. It was boring because the first few hours of the game is boring, and then the end of the game is like it's such a poorly designed game, right? It's like it wants to revolutionize open world, but at the same time it doesn't know how to, and that's the funny part. Let's see. It's just Horizon. It's a disappointment, man. It's a disappointing series. All right. So I'm trying to figure out. Oh, some toss-ups. I think these are games that could be announced. So first of all, we have the last few ports from the Wii U era that really need to be on the Switch. I think these games genuinely need to be on the Switch. So Xenoblade X, which Xenoblade Chronicles X did pretty well on the Wii U, considering all things, happened. And a lot of people really loved that game, especially because it was a multiplayer Xenoblade. Star Fox, as much as I don't care for Star Fox, specifically like every game after like Assault or Adventure or whatever, I want to see Star Fox do well. You know what I mean? But I think the issue is Nintendo wants to make an on-rail shooter when they have a better on-rail shooter series in their repertoire, and that's Sin and Punishment. And Nintendo has this issue of not wanting games to essentially overlap. And because of that, I don't think we'll ever get another Sin and Punishment. Sin and Punishment, Star Successor on Wii, is better than every single Star Fox games. Like no hold bars. It is better than every Star Fox game. Much better on-rail arcade shooter than Star Fox will ever be. And I think we need more of that. But I want to see Star Fox do well, and I think they should do something new and original. Something kind of like, what was that game like? I keep wanting to say Starfield. It's something, the Toys to Life game that Ubisoft made that had Star Fox in it. And that's basically why people bought it. They bought it on Switch for Star Fox. I think they need to do something like that. It's just like Star Fox, it needs a breath of fresh air. You know what I mean? Starlink Battle for Atlas. They need to have something between like Starlink and like a No Man's Sky, and I feel like that would really work well for Star Fox. And then Metroid Prime trilogy. I think that they need to hurry up and release Metroid Prime trilogy and the Zelda games, Twilight Princess HD and Wind Waker HD on Switch. I don't want to have to turn on my Wii U ever again, bro. I'm gonna mod my Wii U, but I outside of modding it, I don't want to have to touch it ever again. Nintendo needs to hurry up and they need to release these ports, because I feel like the reason Nintendo doesn't do it is because they feel like they have to save them in their back pocket. Like Metroid Prime trilogy has been rumored for a while, and I told y'all about Nintendo holding on the game. Same thing with the Zelda ports, held on to for a while. And because Breath of the Wild's not coming out this year, I feel like they were going to come out next year, because as we all know, Nintendo said they wanted a Zelda game every year. Now, I don't know if they would come together as a pack or one game individually at a time, but they got to release at least Wind Waker, bro. Like, I'm trying to play Wind Waker. You want to look at bro? I don't want to look at it, bro. I want to play Zelda, and I don't want to have to turn on my Wii U. Remember in the 2018 TGA where Red Dead Redemption 2 won every award just for God of War to win GOTY? If God of War Ragnarok comes out this year, I feel like history will repeat with Elden Ring and God of War 2. God of War, I want to get the 2018 God of War, right? People tell me it's good, but it just visually does not look good to me. Like, the previous God of Wars, they looked fun, but they were boring. I feel like this is the reverse. I don't want to get it because it looks clunky. You know what I mean? They better be a pack. You're right. I completely agree. I want them to be a pack. I don't think they'll do it, though. That's the issue. It's Nintendo. They're greedy. Greed-tendo. What about a Star Fox fighting game, if that could work? They're not going to do that because of Smash. They're not going to do that because of Smash and ARMS. That's why they're not going to do a Star Fox fighting game. I feel like they should do like a stealth action game like Metal Gear. I feel like that would work for Star Fox. I feel like that could work. Or like a cover shooter. If they could do like a cover shooter, I think that'd work really well for Star Fox. Like more traditional cover shooter, I think that'd be dope. I'm gonna pay $120 plus tax just for Zelda games, for real, dog. God of War is fun if you can get it for like $10 too. All right, I'm gonna try to get it for cheap then. Because I could probably find it for cheap. I don't want to get it on PC, Lewis. As much as my PC can run it, it's like, I'd rather just get it on my console. I like playing the games on my TV. I don't want to have to hook my computer up to my TV, man. And it's going to be cheaper on console anyways, and it looks fine on PS4. It looks good on PS4. It's got DLSS and AMD FSR support. I mean, I may get it in the future if I like it. Usually I only double dip like that if I like the game. I gotta figure out if I like it first, and I'd rather just pick it up for $10 or $5 on PS4, because Sony games depreciate in value really quickly. So think I'm gonna do that. It's free on PS Plus right now, pretty sure. I don't have PS Plus. I don't play online games on my PS4. I play them on my PC. I play all my multiplayer games on PC, man. 120 FPS go crazy, dog. 20 to 30 hours to beat Frontiers and double that for 100% completion. That's a massive step up from Forces. Oh, okay. I heard about that. I think I watched like a Timsy video or something like that. I haven't played Star Fox Assault for a while. I heard seeing that style has potential. Oh yeah, I liked Star Fox Assault a lot. I'm just tired of them remaking Star Fox 64. Like literally, they've remade Star Fox 64 like 3 or 4 times. It's good on PS4, but it's got a 60 FPS patch on PS5. So when I get my PS5, it'll play even better. I just don't have PS Plus, man. I just don't find any value in it. Especially because once your PS Plus comes out, you don't have access to the games. It's not like Xbox Live where you have access to the games once your PS Plus runs out. You don't have access to those games if you don't have PS Plus, which is stupid. Like, if you're going to want me to redeem them, then let me keep the games and play them after I don't have PS Plus. Maybe I don't have money. Maybe I'm not playing any online games that month. You know what I mean? Usually I only buy PS Plus if I'm buying a new game and it has online, like Call of Duty or a fighting game. Usually that's the only time I really buy multiplayer games on console, because almost every shooter now is, excuse-moi, multi-platform. That's why Game Pass and XBL fire. Yeah, no, that's one. I'm gonna get an Xbox and probably get Game Pass, because that's a much better deal. And I really don't care about exclusives. You know what I mean? Right, if one of the systems are your primary games. Yeah, I play on too many game systems. Like, I don't really have like a primary game system. Maybe my Switch when I'm usually up and about. Like, I bring my Switch places because I don't have time to play games at home a lot of the time. You know what I mean? I'm always doing something. So, like, that's why I really like the Switch. You know, it's portable though argument applies to me so much because I have an active life. I haven't been playing multiplayer. My PC been getting used a lot more. Yeah, like, I use my PC for multiplayer games because most of the time, like, specifically multiplayer only games, if they have a single player component that's like substantial, then I'm gonna buy it on console. Usually if if it has a substantial single player component, I will buy it on console. But if it doesn't, I buy it on PC. It's pretty good. My girlfriend has a Series S. That thing is dope, bro. I'm telling y'all. Like, if you don't care about having physical games, I tell you to buy a Series S. Series S is like the best. Series S plus Game Pass is the best deal in gaming right now, especially because Xbox has this feature that PlayStation doesn't, and that would work like garbage on PC. And that is, what is it called? The fast. It's called fast switch or it's quick switch or something. Something where you basically can have like 5 games open at the same time and switch between them like super easily. And man, am I telling you, that is so dope to me. Because I remember my girlfriend was playing, what was it called? It's called like the Long Dark, right? And I wanted to play a game, but instead of closing out her game, all I had to do is, I think I was playing Minecraft or Halo. I was playing Halo. I was like, all I gotta do is open up Halo, and she can keep playing the Long Dark. And then I got bored with Halo, and I decided, all right. I played Halo for 2 hours now. I'm gonna play like Minecraft or something, you know, something like chilled, you know. And I did that, and then she was like, she got done whatever which she was done doing, and then she just opened up the Long Dark and continued playing. Like, that's such a seamless experience that I like that's the reason I want a Series X. Like, that plus Game Pass is insane. Quick Resume, that's what it's called. I know it's completely underrated, but did you know all the Internet Explorers shut down today? Oh man, oh my god, my childhood. That's crazy. Quick Resume is crazy. I switched between Fortnite and Sonic Unleashed and it blew my mind. Yeah, the Quick Resume thing is like, it is insane. Like, until you have experienced it, you don't know how much you like it. Like, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like, I feel like every console should have that. There's no excuse. When the Switch 2 comes out, the Switch 2 better have that because it's portable. It's like the perfect place for something like that, because sometimes some of the games I'm playing, maybe I don't want to play my single player game right now, but I have my Switch in rest mode, and I don't want to close it because I can't save. Like, allow me to open up like the quick game that I can play for a few minutes here and there, and then go back to that. You know what I mean? Even if it's just with like 2 or 3 games. I feel like every console should have that. Like, there's no excuse for the PS5 to not have that, bro. Like, I have digital games on my PlayStation. I'd love to use that with that. From Nintendo, you know they're not gonna do that and add that to Switch. Listen, they need to add it, bro, because like having a Switch, like, bro, I play so many games on there because I can take it with me. I need them to add that, bro. That is a feature I need expeditiously. But you're right. I shouldn't be asking for it. You know that. I know that's too much for Nintendo. They ain't gonna do nothing. They're gonna release some good games, but like I'm just gonna be sitting there like, good games, but the system UI basic, no features. Playing Unleashed at 60 FPS on Series X makes it feel like a remaster, even though it's not. Nah, that's understandable. Will the Switch 2 finally be as powerful as the PS4 or better? I think it has to be stronger than a PS4, but considering the way that ARM chips have gone, like especially like with Snapdragon SoCs and what Nvidia is doing right now with the Switch 2, it's probably gonna be a lot more powerful than it's more likely that it's going to be more powerful than a PS4, especially at a CPU level. I don't see it being weaker at a CPU level, but also at GPU level. I feel like it has to have at least the GPU grunt of an Xbox Series S or somewhere, or an Xbox One X, something like that. I got a Series S and it was 100% worth the money, man. I heard the Switch 2 will be stronger than the Steam Deck. It's more than likely going to be stronger than the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck, the issue with the Steam Deck I have is it's too big. It's way too big. Like, that's not portable. Like, I have to have a case that won't fit in my current bag. Like, I'll go get my current bag. I'll be right back. I'm gonna show you all my current bag. I'll be right back. Give me a second. I have my bag. Come back. Bag reveal. All right. Display capture main. Woohoo. So, this is the bag that I use for practically carrying all my stuff when I'm at work or I'm going out with friends and stuff. So, it's this Mixie bag, whatever it's called. It wasn't called that on Amazon, but it had that on the branding, so I guess the brand is Mixie. But relatively small bag, right? Have a place for my water bottle, have like some place for some cables and stuff in the back. But overall, there's not a ton of space. Like, here's my iPad case. I keep like a battery in here, and I have enough space for like 2 Tupperware containers of food that I bring, so I can bring food from work home so I don't have to cook later. Carry a Bluetooth speaker, and if I put these headphones in here or my Switch, it takes up the rest of the space, and I just don't have space for that, right? You know, there's just no space in here for a Steam Deck. Like, I want to get a Steam Deck, but I can't. It's too cumbersome. And like right now, I'm looking at like the AYN Loki or the Aya Neo Air, because they're coming out. They're cheaper than the Steam Deck with the same level of power. Hopefully the next Switch improves this online and includes more features, because NSO is so lacking. NSO is so lack. I 100% agree. I think Nintendo has the worst online out of all of them. No, connection hasn't really improved much. I will say this. Their new online infrastructure is a lot better than their older one. So I will say that has improved. Like they're using the new servers or whatever they created, or new netcode. The new netcode is actually decent, but at the same time, like, it's featureless. Like I first of all, I want like voice chat or like Discord. I feel like they should have Discord integration. I don't want to see party chat. I want to see Discord integration directly in the Nintendo Switch. I don't care. Have a Discord partnership. They need that. They need that so badly. I'm tired of even like, because the only one that works on PC is Xbox Live Party Chat. PlayStation chat isn't on PC, or it doesn't work in any real capacity. Like, I need Discord on my console. I'm gonna keep it a buck. What else? Just let me play SA2 on the go. Like, I need Discord integration. I need a free game every month. If I'm paying $20 a year, I want at least one free game every month. It doesn't have to be a AAA game. It could be an indie game. I don't care. Give me a free game every month. He will do criminal activities in Discord with Discord on Switch. Man, I don't care. Screw Nintendo trying to protect the kids. I thought PlayStation was going to implement Discord. Could have sworn they bought Discord or something. No, they had a deal with Discord, and it's just basically the same thing as with the what it is with Xbox. It shows your user stuff online. That's it. It doesn't have actual Discord support or anything like that, which I thought it would. Because my boy Jacoby, we were trying to play Fortnite, and that did not work out because he had to get on his phone instead of having to go through his headphones on PlayStation. $20 for mid, bro. But they can get away with it because, like, their IPs are that strong. It's just like Nintendo games are that good that they can get away with this bull crap, and it upsets me. It's like, dang, I hate this other stuff you do, but your games are good. You know what I mean? Had to plug in my headphones, otherwise I was like, what's happening? And it's like unplugged right here. Core integration with cannibalized PlayStation and Xbox party chat, so that'll never happen. I don't want to use Xbox and PlayStation party chats. That's the point. They all just need to start integrating Discord into their systems. It doesn't cost money to use PlayStation party chat or Xbox party chat, so just let me do it. Nintendo is impossible to boycott. They are. They're impossible. They're impossible. They are the richest Japanese company. They're the biggest company in Japan. You can't really stop buying their games because they won't care. Because the casual audience will just keep buying their stuff. You know what I mean? Like, as much as I boycotted Pokemon, every single one of my friends bought Pokemon. Literally, when Pokemon Sword and Shield came out, I got a used copy at Walmart for $40, right? My friend Juan was like, hey, Tim, I want to know your opinion on it. We're going to go to Walmart. And the Walmart near the school had used games, so that's what we did. And all of my friends had that game, and they were like, it's not as good as previous Pokemon, but I like it because it's Pokemon. Like, that's the approach they take. It doesn't matter. They literally don't care. They're not the same as, like, me, who's gonna not buy the game if I don't think it looks good. You know what I mean? If I don't think a game looks good, I won't buy it. I just outright won't buy it. Like, I won't support them monetarily. I will go out of my way to make sure they don't get my money. If I really want to try a game, though, I will go out of my way to make sure that the company doesn't get my money. I will buy it used. I will go wherever I need to buy it used. Like, it's like speaking with your money just doesn't work, man. As much as people want to say it, these are billion-dollar, like multi-billion-dollar companies. It's not gonna work. I think it's funny that people think it does. Like, it doesn't. Alright, this like playlist is solid. Like, hold up, let's play Beach Walk. That's why. There we go. That's a lot better. I like that. That's a lot more chill. All right. At least when it comes to like corporations this big, it doesn't work. Because they make money in so many other places. Like, what is that gonna do? It's gonna be like, oh man, a bunch of people didn't buy Pokemon. Let's just stop making Pokemon. We make money everywhere else. Like, the most you can do is present your criticism online or in surveys, but that's about it. Yeah, that's why I hate when people say, oh, I'm not, maybe don't buy the game. It's like, that's not gonna stop people. Yeah, boycotting Pokemon was not gonna work. Pokemon is the single biggest media franchise on the planet. That literally wasn't gonna work. All of Smash Ultimate happened during the 5-year gap of Prime 4's announcement. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Dang, that's crazy, dude. All right, here's some of the games that Oh, also, I think they're gonna bring the Persona ports to Switch. I think that's inevitable. I just think Sega Atlas is really dumb, and they don't know when to do it. They think it won't make money, even though that's what people have been asking for, you know, half a decade at this point. But Sonic Frontiers. All right, I want to move on to, actually, no. What I want from the Nintendo Direct, what I personally want. I want the Twilight Princess and Wind Waker port. We've already gone through that. But I want ports of the 3D Zelda remakes. I want Ocarina of Time HD, and I want Majora's Mask HD. That is what I personally want. I feel like they should do that. Actually, if they release those two games alongside Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD, I feel like they could make that one whole game, sell it for $60, and people wouldn't be upset because you get 4 really good Zelda games that have been remastered already, but released on a platform where most of people who've had both a 3DS and a Wii U can enjoy them. That would be the port. That would be the best remaster collection Nintendo has done in a while. Yeah, I don't want to buy that crappy N64 upgrade. Just give me Zelda on my Switch. That's what I want. Give me Zelda on Switch. Give me all the Zelda games on Switch in like a package. And then they could release a 2D Zelda, you know, thing. It doesn't even have to be like remakes, like what was it called? Link's Awakening. It could be just, you know, simple up-reses sold on a cart for like $40. I think Nintendo is going out of their way to not give us the things we want. It'd be leagues better than 3D All-Stars immediately. Like, if they release them all at the original resolution, not original resolutions, but they all were on there at 720p, I wouldn't even care. Like, on a real. Strikers DLC possibly also. I mean, that's gonna come. I already know they're gonna announce that there. Nintendo knows they can just sell those games out individually for like $50 and they'll still sell high. I know, Spot. Don't say that. It's gonna upset me. I know that. We talked about that earlier, bro. We talked about that earlier with Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. They will sell those games not even for $50. They'll sell it for $60. And they'll be like, yeah, but we put a little bit of work into porting it to the Nintendo Switch. You guys should be grateful. You know, we know most of you didn't have a Wii U. Only 13 million people bought the Wii U, and there's carried to 108 million Switches out in the wild. And then you're just sitting there like, dang, man, I already bought it though. And before a limited release, that's another issue I have with Nintendo, these limited releases, but it makes people buy the games for hotcakes. But Nintendo would release Majora's Mask HD for $60, and seeing people defend it on Twitter would be fun to see. Bro, oh my God. Actually, if they completely remade it, I wouldn't be, that's the only way they could do it, is if they completely remade it, that's the only way they could justify a $60 price tag. But they couldn't do it. If it's probably just gonna be the 3DS version up-resed, and then they'll be like $60, and I'll be like, bro, I bought this for like 20 on 3DS. What do you mean? 140 for Zelda games. Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. They hating those Twitter Nintendo fans. They'll just be like, just be grateful. Oh my God. That's what I was mimicking too. I'd be like, just be grateful that Nintendo has blessed us with this game. If you don't want it, just don't buy it. Just buy it when it drops in price. And you know, Nintendo games never drop in price. They only go up in price. They never drop in price. Like Breath of the Wild is now $50 instead of $60. Actually, let's go to Nintendo's website. Nintendo, let's go to Nintendo.com. Let's see. Ugh. Nintendo Switch games. Oh my God, oh God, it's bad. That runs like poop. That runs so bad. It was like laggy. Characters, The Legend of Zelda. Like reduced motion. Their website runs like garbage, bro. It's surprising. Izuku confirmed that the development on Frontier started late 2017. 60 people are working on forcing out. I'm gonna talk about that when we get to the Frontiers topic, man. Give me a minute. We're talking about Nintendo. Nintendo, our Lord and Savior. Without Nintendo, I wouldn't know what to do with my life. Nintendo made the Nintendo Switch, so I should be grateful. I'm sorry. I need to stop. Expeditiously. I could just search Breath of the Wild. Nintendo Switch. Let's go regular Breath of the Wild. Digitally, it is still $60. Physically, it is still $60. Might as well mod it now, so it's so easy to do. I don't want to really mod it because 3DSs are getting expensive. Specifically, like I'm trying to get a new 3DS or a new 3DS XL. If anyone has one that they're willing to sell to me for like $50, I'll buy it off of you. But Vim's Lair ROMs take way too long to download. I understand that. That's why I don't emulate. Nah, I don't want to look back at my memories. Windows 11. But Nintendo's missing out. All right, let's see what else. I want a new ARMS or a new ARMS in the game in ARMS world. So I need them to make like the Apex Legend of ARMS. Like, you know how like Titanfall didn't really do super hot? Like it did decently, but then they made Apex Legend. Same universe, but it's gas. I need that for ARMS. That's what I need for ARMS, bro. I just need them to do it. If they did it, chef kiss. Or I need a new IP. I want a new IP. I mean, Nintendo's made like 3 new IPs in the past, like, so I mean, I think they could continue doing that, and I think that'd help them. Like one of them becoming one of the pillars of the company, that being Splatoon. Imagine I say we might as well up it to 70. I know they're gonna up it to 70, dog. That's the issue. I want an ARMS too. Like ARMS has so much potential. ARMS, like at a fundamental level, is like solid. Like the framework and the gameplay is good. It's just like the way they had the content set out was not it. And they didn't listen to the fan base when it came to like gameplay adjustments. Like grabs in that game were too strong for a really long time. It took them way too long to fix it. Like I bought a 3DS XL on eBay for $150, and that was after bartering with price offers. That was in January 2021. Shad, good luck on getting a 3DS for $50. That's what I'm saying. If someone just wants to sell me a 3DS XL, Nintendo bought $70 game, bro. Oh, and they need to make another Pokemon. They really do. That's so much potential in Pokemon. All right, let me see. Boom. All right. Now we're finally on Sonic Frontiers. I don't know how the Pokemon could be, but give me another Pokemon type game. Pokemon is good. It's actually a good game. I need to buy it. I've only played it like secondhand. Like my friend Darian had it, and that's how I used to play, because he'd bring a Switch or something and we played, you know, before a band or something, or before a game. You know, before a football game. Like, that's how we used to play the Sonic. Let's talk about Sonic Frontiers. All right, the marketing for Frontiers is horrendous, dog. I'm gonna just keep it real. The marketing for this game is horrendous, and I think a large part of that is Sega, but also because they had this contract with IGN, and IGN is not making this game look good. The Sonic. Let's talk about the Sonic. It's just, I just think they're probably screwed over by this deal with IGN that they had a long time ago, and I didn't expect it to go this bad. Like, the marketing is in shambles, because, like, I'm gonna keep it real. I think the game is gonna be good. I just think, like, this marketing that they're having right now is just not doing the game any justice. Marketing is gonna be taught in university business courses as to what not to do, for real. It's like it killed the Frontiers hype for me personally. I just stopped caring. As a Sonic tuber, I sadly cannot stop caring. Now, I am trying to transition away from that. You know, I'm about to start transitioning away. Like, I doubled down on it, which I shouldn't have done. Y'all guys, by the way, the Budokai 1 video is gonna come in the next, like, 1 to 2 weeks. I gotta talk about this on stream. So I was clearing out my computer because, like, I'm gonna show you how much space. I don't have a ton of space right now because I have, you know, one of my SS. Well, this is my hard drive, right? External hard drive. I don't put footage on there because it's hard to editing it is annoying, right? So my main boot drive is filled with, like, a lot of graphic stuff, like graphic design stuff. This one is filled with games, music, and some other stuff. There's some other stuff in here that's taking up a lot of space, but it's stuff I can't really delete because it's stuff I go back to and use all the time. I just really, I had it on my main drive though, and my main drive was at, like, less than 100 gigs. I had, like, 70 gigs worth of space, and I just cleared up all the stuff in my videos, and in the process I deleted all of the Sonic Adventure stuff, which is very annoying because it was like the 3rd or 4th time I'd recorded that entire game, and I'm just tired. Yeah, no, the recent gameplay looks great in that footage, but still, yeah, no, it's ridiculous. Hey, ever thought of doing retrospectives or more video essays? You got that voice. Yeah, no, I'm doing a Budokai retrospective soon. It's based on, like, my boy, it's gonna be kind of a retrospective, and more, it's gonna be a discussion and a retrospective. So it's gonna be my thoughts looking back on it from now than when I was a kid, and then I'm gonna have my opinions and thoughts and how it kind of affected the anime video game industry, because Budokai is kind of like the first good anime game. It really is. Before that, every game was pretty much trash. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking about doing it. That 8TB Samsung SSD Cuvo, bro, it goes for too much. I almost bought it when it was like $400 on sale one day. I almost bought it. I know what you're talking about. I almost bought it. I almost gave in. I was like, that's a nice price for that. It was like, be blazing fast speeds, 8TB of space. That'd be great. I just think I'm gonna get one of those docks with, like, SSD and hard drive bays and just stick them in there and do that. But the new gameplay looks good. Super combat focused. And the animations and graphics look better than that first one we got from IGN first. I think the IGN first was probably supposed to be earlier. I think that's the issue, and it got pushed back so it could be around Summer Game Fest. I think that is the issue. Many outlets got to play it, and many of them got to say it's good. One of the biggest ones that I think is, like, important is, like, X-Play. Because notorious, a lot of the people on there don't really care for Sonic, and all of them were saying this is it, this is the Sonic game. Like, I'm hearing people say, like, when I see on Twitter and they're like, listen, I got to play the game, what you've seen so far is great, but I've seen more, I've played more, there's stuff you haven't experienced that's really good. That makes me excited. That makes me as a Sonic fan excited. You know what I mean? And I've seen all the little 3-second, 144p clips on Twitter. I don't give a crap about any of that, because it doesn't matter until we actually get the footage of it. I'm tired of getting piecemealed this information in a way that doesn't look good. I just want someone good to play the game, someone good to show me what the game is doing, and then I'll be excited. I mean, I'm excited right now, but, like, it's because they've done better at showing me what's in the game. Looking better. Still needs polish, but I'm looking forward to it more. Yeah, same. That's basically how I feel. Crazy thing is, Frontiers could possibly come out, be one of the best Sonic games to be made, but first impressions are everything to some people. It's going to be hard if word of mouth has to carry it. I know, that's the issue. Word of mouth is having to carry this game. And I think that's what they're trying to do, because word of mouth does have power. I wish that they hadn't shown anything before the word of mouth. When I see cyberspace on the 29th, I'm hyped for that. I truly believe a Frontiers demo. A Frontiers demo kind of needs to come out, because I think that's the only way word of mouth can get better. The combat gameplay of the mini boss looks good. I need cyberspace. Yeah, I want cyberspace. People are complaining. They're like, oh, it uses reuse assets from Generations. I don't care. Generations is the best 3D Sonic game. Like, let's cut the shit. Generations is the best 3D Sonic game. I am a Sonic Adventure 2 stan. And I just gotta say, Generations is the best 3D Sonic game. If they reuse anything, I want it to be from that game. Because I'm tired. Like, I don't give a crap about what the Sonic community thinks is good now, because they've been momentum, bro. Every time they see something, they'll be like, where's the momentum? Nobody cares. All Sonic has to do is go fast, and the game has to play well. Stop worrying about this upper level thing, where at the fundamental level, we have to worry about if the game is good or not. Because we're at a point where we can't be worrying about momentum-based and physics-based platforming. Oh, we can't be worried about that. We have to be worried about if Sonic is actually just good, no matter what. It's just slope physics. They just want Sonic to go faster when going down a slope. It's like, they're making such a big deal out of it. And I'm gonna keep it real. This is why Sonic fans keep saying crap like momentum-based platforming and physics-based platforming. It's because they don't play other games. I'm gonna just keep it real. Sonic fans don't really play other games. I've kind of realized, like, the Sonic game fans who do play other games, they don't care as much. They're not as invested as much. But the Sonic fans who only play Sonic games care a lot. Like a shocking amount. They're like, they are super nitpicky, and they believe that Sonic has to play a certain way. And that has been detrimental to this franchise. And it's becoming detrimental to the fan base. I'm gonna keep it real. Sonic team themselves don't care about, like, they don't care about that. They just want Sonic to go fast and for you to have fun. That's, at the end of the day, that's all they really care about. Exactly, right? I agree with that sentiment. That's another thing. You're gonna have a bunch of open zone places where you get to go around and do basically the thing you've dreamt your whole life as a Sonic fan of doing. Why do you care if the cyberspace levels are reused? Especially since the premise of this game is Sonic has lost his memories. Probably need to go through the cyberspace zones to get your memories back. It's the most basic of things that should be there. It isn't the one thing that makes up Sonic so he feels good to control. I'm gonna give you this, Jay. Does speed matter more than momentum? Like genuinely think about it. What is the thing that everybody knows Sonic for? Not Sonic fans. Not Sonic fans. Don't think I'm yelling at you. Sorry, I sound aggressive. I'm being a little bit aggressive. But think about it like this, bro. If I go ask Joe Schmo on the street and be like, hey, what makes Sonic different than Mario? They're gonna be like, Sonic go fast. That's all we need. That is the base. That is the most basic of things that should be in a Sonic game. That Sonic is fast, relatively speaking. Like, even amongst 2D platformers, I don't know many 2D platformers that are as fast as Sonic, if any at all. Same thing with 3D platformers. What 3D platformers are at the same speed as Sonic? That's what's advertised, because that's what people want. Like, I really don't care if I go faster down a slope. Like, I'm gonna keep it real. I personally don't care about that. I just care about Sonic going fast. If I can get him to go fast, that's all that matters, really. Sonic Team isn't going for momentum in the first place. Remember when the one guy tweeted him making a momentum-based gameplay demo in Unity? It was just utter dog shit. That was a hellhole. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking about. So, momentum has not mattered, really, at all, since Sonic Adventure 2. Actually, really, Sonic Adventure 1. Sonic Adventure 1 was the last game to have very strong momentum-based platforming. Every single game after that, every single 3D Sonic game after that, has focused on speed more than anything else. Whether it be Sonic Adventure 2, Because even though, yes, the 3D, you know, the momentum stuff, the level design isn't even indicative of them caring about Sonic's momentum carrying him. It's his speed carrying him. They don't care about having a bunch of slopes everywhere. They care about having a bunch of cool set pieces in which Sonic gets to go fast because you know how to control Sonic and you know how to, you know, dodge enemies, how to attack enemies, and how to use your toolkit such as spin dash and a homing attack to go fast. Then you have Sonic Heroes, which is the same exact thing. Then we get Shadow the Hedgehog. Same exact principle. They make Shadow slippery as all get out. And really the thing that's holding you back is if you know how to shoot the gun while moving forward. It's weird to me considering he's well known for that ability. He's well known for that ability in 2D. But even in the 2D games, all right, the last 2D game where outside of Mania, where spin dash has really made an impact, was probably Sonic Pocket Adventure. I mean, even in the advanced games, because once they started adding boost panels in a lot of the games, it stopped mattering. All that stopped mattering. You know what I mean? Once they added new ways for Sonic to gain speed, the momentum stuff stopped mattering. Especially because he's so fast now. Sonic games now are so much faster than the previous ones that the momentum stuff just doesn't really matter. Can't pull out the momentum stuff, so that's what's the point? Yeah, most of the people can't pull out the momentum stuff. That's another thing. Like, I haven't seen a normal person go into like Sonic Adventure 1, right? And go to Speed Highway and get to the top of the tower. I've not seen a single normal human being do that. They're almost always Sonic fans who know, oh, I can spam spin dash to get up there. And in any ways, that defeats the purpose because they're spamming spin dash. They don't really care about the momentum. They just care about getting faster and faster. And momentum, having momentum-based gameplay allows you to get faster and faster. It's just that they want to see him ramp up. They don't want to see him go boom. That's the issue. Or I'm not saying that's an issue. I'm saying that's the issue with those people. Thing is, a lot of those boost panels aren't even needed. They aren't needed, but they have them there. Because first of all, the average person, not the average Sonic fan, the average gamer is really bad at Sonic games. Like, comically bad at Sonic games. Like, what I'm telling you is, like, if you look at the average person play a Sonic game versus the average Sonic fan playing a Sonic game, they're two completely different play styles. Because Sonic games at a logical level do not make sense to the average person. Because most people are coming from the frame set of other platformers. You gotta make, the thing that people want is, oh, I see Sonic can go fast. I want him to go fast. And I think that's where we get, like, all of this, into this debate, whether or not momentum and stuff matter. It does, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. If it's there, great. I mean, most of the time, most platformers have some level of momentum in them. They just really want slope physics, like you said, Jay. They just want slope physics. Sonic games that are going to be Series X and PS5 exclusive super fast SSDs are going to be even faster than before, and I'm all for it. Yeah, man. I'm kind of excited to see what a Series X or a PS5 exclusive Sonic game will do. They misunderstand the gameplay because the gameplay is very different. Like, you don't, once you start understanding, oh, I can start doing this, maybe I'm trying to get up a slope, I can run up the slope, come back down, run back, and go back. And when people start understanding that, but spam dash, say for instance, it eliminates that need for you to know how momentum works. When you add tools to the game that make the player faster instantly, it starts removing the things like slope physics needs. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know why people focus so hard on it. Because now your level design is limited. Now because you want exclusively slope physics, and I'm not talking about you, Jay. I'm talking about how the momentum bros want it. Because every time I see them make a fan game, this is what they do. They make all of their stages just big slopes. and then there's no gameplay there. This is me going forward, and then when I get to the end of the slope, I jump over all of the, you know, actual level design that you placed here. It winds up not mattering. That's one of the reasons while I like Sonic GT and I think it's a really good framework, it has that issue, because I'll get to the slope, and y'all see me play that game on stream. I get to a slope, I go boom, and all of the level design below no longer matters. Song goes fast, but they made him fast enough to make his own path to the goal. It's always been like this. That's what casual people don't understand. What? In there is fine. He's just sitting there, entire focus. Yeah. Frontiers having 2 modes for new players and old players is genius. I agree with that. So I think people don't realize that you're meant to replay the stage over and over again until you maintain your speed until reaching the goal ring. Well, here's the thing. Jay, how often do you sit down and play a game and after you beat it think, I gotta go through that whole game again? Or think, I gotta replay all these stages that I didn't play again? A lot of people don't do that. They just move on to the next game. Like, don't get me wrong, I feel like if Sonic games were more challenging, that'd be a valid, valid thing. And I agree with you. I agree with you on that sentiment, because they're designed like arcade games. The levels, a lot of them are made for you to replay through them multiple times over and over again. But the average person isn't going to do that. So they fail to see these things on first playthrough. Only game that I've done that with is Elden Ring and RE8. Yeah. I rarely do that with any games. All right, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. As y'all can see, I've been drinking this gallon of water. So now I gotta go expel it, because I'm halfway through the gallon. So I'm drinking like a half a gallon of water in stream already. So I'll be right back. I have returned. Jay. But, that's true in Sonic's case. You don't have to restart the game over again, but simply booting up, say, City Escape for a quick run. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Most people don't do that, especially the older you get. Like, this is something you understand, like, as you get old. Like, I don't, when I play games, like, if it's a game I've played, obviously I go back and do that. But when I beat a game, I don't go back and touch it again for a while. Mostly because I have other games to play. I have a backlog, or I have things to do in life. So unless it's something that I can quickly pick up and play, I usually don't do that. You know what I mean? Usually I don't do that. So I think with a younger audience, that may be true, but with older audiences, I don't think that's necessarily true. Because I think older audiences are less likely to replay games like that. Or in that same way you're saying. A Silver the Hedgehog game with Frontiers combat. See the future would be too clean. I think that'd be dope too. Honestly, I don't even think that speed was the main focus of the levels. Maybe Sonic 1 is probably the best way to explain because you didn't have the dash, so you use momentum. Sonic 1 isn't even about momentum. Sonic 1 level design is like blocky. Sonic 1 has probably the least focus on momentum there is. That's the only way I can explain it. Like, the only stages that are like that are Green Hill and Starlight Zone. The rest of them, like, focus on, like, very traditional, strict 2D blocky platforming. So, I don't know about that one. It's just like from my perspective, Jay, I'm speaking from someone who does these things regularly. Like, I'll come to a game, like, after a while of not playing it, but I won't play the game, like... I won't replay the game directly after. Like, I'm about to do another playthrough of, like, Celeste, I feel like. But I feel like I should do that on stream. I feel like I should wait for stream. Because I really love that game. That's one of those games that, like, touched me personally. Because I relate to the main character in a lot of ways. In later games, you realize, I guess, Sonic can go various ways to finish a level. You want to go fast, or you're going to miss a shortcut. Yeah, but usually I don't notice that stuff until you have a subsequent playthrough is what I'm talking about. And you usually... that younger people will play through a game over and over again, because I'm speaking from experience. I used to do that all the time when I was younger, but now as I've gotten older, I don't do that as much. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird, but I feel like that's kind of like the busier your life gets, the less you do things like that. Now, if there's post-game content, I do it. That's a separate thing in and of itself, but most Sonic games don't have post-game content. I think the last Sonic game to have real post-game content, and I'm not talking about, like, outside of Lost World, the last two Sonic games to have real meaningful post-game content. Actually, Forces had it. I played the post-game content there. And then Lost World and Generations and Colors had it. Actually, it does a better job than most other Sonic games in that regard. The only time I ever do stuff like that is really post-game content. I don't really usually replay levels unless it's like Sonic Adventure 2, because the post-game content is missions. But like, there has to be a way to cater to both audiences, which is why I want to try and analyze 3D Sonic more. Oh no, I think that's a good thing, man. Do it, Jay. If you wind up becoming a YouTuber, let me know. I'm telling you right now, though, dealing with you gotta be ready for like these comment sections, man. As a Sonic tuber, it takes a mental toll on you. I'm telling you, as someone who knows. Oh man. I just think that's the way, sadly, like 3D Sonic is stuck. And that's because it's also never been consistent. Like, you know what I mean? There's never been one consistent style of gameplay. For a while there, we had the adventure style, but then 06 showed like the limited. Actually, I think Heroes showed the limitations of the adventure style gameplay because they weren't really expanding on it, and specifically in like linear levels, right? Like Sonic Heroes is probably some of the worst level design in the series. It's a bunch of grind rails, a bunch of rooms full of enemies that you stop to do, and then repetitive level design. Like they'll copy and paste the same thing over and over again. Only thing consistent is the music. Yeah, really, that's it, man. Oh, I think I'm done with talking about Sonic for right now. I'm burnt out on Sonic. Let's move on to Dragon Ball Superhero. I just put DBS Superhero. I'm glad I had that. Dragon Ball Superhero. I think it's funny because Toriyama named the movie forgetting that Dragon Ball Super is named Dragon Ball Super. He's like, oh yeah, I forgot the series is called Dragon Ball Super now. He's like, if someone would have said something, I would have just made it Dragon Ball Superhero. Like, I was like, dang, bro. I I actually really like DBS, especially after reading the manga, bro. I really like DBS. I haven't seen the movie yet, just a bunch of leaks, man. I've seen a bunch of leaks, bro. This movie is looking good. This movie, based off of what I've heard from people who've seen the movie and based off of the spoilers and stuff, this movie goes crazy. I think the issue is they haven't advertised it as strongly as something like Broly, because I think they're scared because Goku and Vegeta are not the protagonists. They have like 2 minutes of screen time in this movie as a whole. Like Dragon Ball Super, but it did well in Japan. It outsold Broly day one in Japan, which is crazy. And it did about the, it's doing well right now in Japan. Hopefully when it comes out over here, it does extremely well. Well, I mean, it comes out August 19th over here in theaters. So I'm planning on seeing it in theaters. So like I've watched Superhero because the entire thing was on Y2. Yeah, no, bro, the whole movie showed up on my thing and I started watching. I was like, no, I have to save this. I have to, and it was subbed too. It was subbed too. I was like, dang, man, the movie came out today. This is so quick. I think that's the issue with this movie. If they had a worldwide release for this movie, I think it would have done better than Mugen Train. I think it would have done better than the My Hero movie. I really do. Do you think you could beat any of the Yu-Gi-Oh characters an adult? No, bro, because they're gonna pull something out of their butt. Yugi's gonna be like, Pot of Greed, and I'm gonna be like, oh man, dude, that card is banned. Don't shoot me for this. I hope it's better than Demon Slayer. I mean, I'd hope it's good too, as good, if not better than Demon Slayer also. Mugen Train was good. It was good though. It's just like, I'm gonna say this much. Cell Max looks cool. The new, I'm glad Piccolo getting so. This is a Piccolo movie, dog. He gets 2 forms. Piccolo gets 2 forms in this movie, dog. We have Ultimate Piccolo, and the CGI is good too. Oh my god, the CGI is really good. And then Orange Piccolo, and that is goated. And then Gohan's new form. All I gotta say is Gohan Blanco is confirmed. I'm just really excited for this movie in August. Y'all know I'm a Dragon Ball fan, so it's like, man, y'all know that's like one of my favorite like anime manga series, period. So man, I'm excited for this movie, y'all. I'm really excited for it. I'm telling y'all right now. This is I heard they eat the whole movie. Jay, I heard they ate up this movie. I heard Gohan and Piccolo ate up this movie. From what I know, Piccolo has the most screen time though. I heard Piccolo has the most screen time, which makes me excited. Because Piccolo hasn't been that relevant since like Z. The name for Piccolo's form is interesting. Well, the name is because it's a joke. It's that Toriyama humor. He was just they like he in the scene. He's like, I don't know what to call this new form, and he's like, what do you call the new form? And he's like, I know I'm Orange Piccolo or something like that, if I remember correctly. I think this was Namek because he was really relevant in the Android saga, in the Cell saga, and even at the beginning of the Majin Buu saga, he was a bit relevant. It's really just in general since like Z. Yeah, this is the movie we needed, man. I'm glad it's a much smaller scale movie than like what's happening in the manga right now, because what's happening, the manga's also going crazy, y'all. So I can't wait for this next chapter, bro. I mean, I won't say they downplayed him since Namek, because he was tossing hands with 17, bro. He was putting them hands up with 17. I don't know about that. I think the issue is since Namek, he has been a bar. So if someone is stronger than Piccolo, even in Dragon Ball Super, if someone is stronger than Piccolo, or at least the same level as Piccolo, they are immediately like a threat. But if they're weaker than Piccolo, they are no longer a threat. Like they don't matter at all. Like that man Piccolo, I don't know. He got the thing, keeping the thing on him, bro. Oh man, I don't know. I'm glad Piccolo's relevant again. Sonic fan, you think Goku and Vegeta might show up during the climb? I'm gonna tell you right now, Sonic fan 2022, they don't. Or I said 2022. Sonic Fan 22, they do not show up in the climax. I'm telling you right now, man, they don't. I know that for a fact. I know what the final fight is. I know they don't show up in the. I know he don't show up in the climax, bro. So I'm telling you right now, don't expect Piccolo to. I mean, not Piccolo. Goku and Vegeta. Piccolo's on the climax most definitely. He's probably one of the most important parts of that. But don't expect Goku and Vegeta to show up in the climax. I'm gonna tell y'all that much. Although the movie gives me a problem with Super with the introduction of God powers and whatnot. I don't have a problem with God powers. I don't think that's the issue with Super. The issue with Super is like power scaling, because I think the God powers do a good thing in that we don't know exactly how strong of a boost they give you, which is good. I'm glad we don't have hard numbers on that. But at the same time, it's like all the other characters have to catch back up. And they don't necessarily, like, say for instance for the Tournament of Power, like Roshi is just like God like now. He's like, oh, I've been secretly training. You know, that stuff like that, man. Or like Android 17 being on the same level as Super Saiyan Blue Goku. That's kind of crazy. He hasn't been training to get that level. Like, it's like, oh, so this man 17 had to be at least stronger than Goku for like since after, you know, the Cell Saga. Giving the Goku and Vegeta too soon, so like the others get leveled. Yeah, I understand that. Now that makes a little more sense. I just don't think it was thought out that well. I think that's the issue. They didn't think it out that well. I think the way they power scaled characters from other universes though worked, because those other characters, as we know, like Universe 7 is not particularly a strong universe in terms of like the mortals in it. So I think that's good. Maybe it's good to give other characters time to shine. That's what this movie's about, giving other characters time to shine, man. I'm excited for it. I really am. And I'm glad apparently they explained Goten and Trunks' like rapid growth in the movie too, which is great. Excuse-moi. But I don't know. I'm excited for it in August. We're gonna move on to Capcom Showcase, which was, I'm gonna keep it real, I was pretty disappointed by this. We've seen everything already, and while like I think Monster Hunter is good, it's like it's a DLC for a game I haven't played yet. Dragon's Dogma, they just talked about the 10th anniversary or whatever. I don't know. RE4 was cool. That's what I was excited for. Exo Primal looks cool, but it's like a bunch of stuff we've already seen, man. Like it's like a 20-minute waste of time. I'm glad they grew up too, man. I'm so glad they grew up. We're gonna talk about Dragon Ball Z a little bit more with Budokai 1 right here. So the pickups, this is stuff I've picked up since like the last time we had a Shadicstick Live. It's a lot more games than this, but this is the stuff that's like notable. Watching the showcase and just got the recap. Yeah, man, it was a waste of time. Like, I got Sakuna of Rice and Ruin. I'm really liking that game. Really, really liking that game. I'm also really liking El Shaddai. It plays like Devil May Cry, but it's like watered down. It's like watered down DMC like 4, if that makes any sense. That's the only thing I can compare it to. It's like watered down DMC 4. The only thing I'm excited for is a PvP Resident Evil type of game. Man, I ain't excited for anything like that for Resident Evil, man. I know it's gonna be bad. That's the thing. I already know that's gonna be bad. But I'm also excited for Halo Reach. I said excited for Halo Reach. Also got Halo Reach on 360, an ODST on 360. This is because I'm trying to build my 360 collection. These two are in there. Like I have like some more 360 games. I bought Alan Wake. Also, I bought Alan Wake since the last time. And Splinter Cell. I got the Splinter Cell double pack right here. Or not double pack, double agent. Like right now, I think I'm gonna try to get as many of the Splinter Cell games as I can, because they're cheap. Nobody really cares about them, but they're also good, which is like a great combination of things to keep games cheap. Alan Wake Remaster goes crazy on PS5. I know, I've seen. So I want to play through Alan Wake and then get the remaster and play it. Use its adaptive triggers. Okay. I'm trying to see what else I bought. No PS2 games, sadly. But I did get Budokai 1 on GameCube. Now, I already have a copy of Budokai 1. My disc is just scratched, so I can't play story mode at all. And that is the issue with my copy of Budokai 1. So I bought this version because the GameCube version in like every single way outside of frame rate is better than the PS2 version. The reason why is because the frame rate on GameCube is 30 FPS, but it looks substantially better on GameCube than it does on PS2. But the PS2 version also, like, man, let me show you Budokai 1. Yes, it's not even like a contest on how much better the GameCube, because the GameCube version uses cell shading. So let me show you Budokai 1, PS2, and also the PS2 has really long load times. GameCube has no load times, bro. All right, I have this muted. I'm glad I did, because I would have got copyright. So the GameCube is on the right. It's also really blurry. It's really blurry on the PS2. Like you're gonna see like the cell shading in a minute. Like right here, like the shading on here on Goku just makes no sense, and it makes him look like clay. They have actual cell shading for the models on the GameCube, and it looks really good. Also, the resolution's way higher. It's just sharper. Like, look at that. Look at the 4-star Dragon Ball, man. Like, it just looks way better, bro. And they play just about the same. The frame pacing is really good on the GameCube, so it's fine to play. It looks a lot better. Like, it looks like the anime on GameCube. Like, that's what I thought. It looked like the anime as a kid, so I was like, my brain was like, oh my god, this looks like the anime. This looks like the Dragon Ball anime, guys. Like dog, I can't do the I can't do the shading on PS2, bro. It just does not. It just it just, they look like clay models. It looks gross, man. This is not the way. Ever play DBZ Sagas? Oh my god, DBZ Sagas is so bad. It's so bad. It's such a bad game. Like, this looks way better, man. GameCube version looks way better. It's also like brighter. The colors pop a lot more GameCube. That's what I like about it too. Like, I'd rather, and I'm upset because the Budokai HD collection, instead of using like on the Budokai HD collection, so what they did with it on Budokai HD is that on they use the PS2 version as the base instead of the GameCube version. So it doesn't look nearly as like good. Like right here, Krillin just looks like he looks like out of, like, if you added an outline to him, he just looked like he's straight out of the anime. You know what I mean? Like right here, he doesn't. Master Roshi looks like he's straight out of an anime right here. Right here, it looks like a clay model, bro. I just don't like the way it looks on PS2. And it's like the colors are way more vibrant. I don't know why it's shaking here though. But I think that's because of the interlacer dude is probably using. So I think it's still interlaced on game. Actually, no, it should be running 480p. I don't know why it's doing that, bro. Screen is like vibrating. Oh yeah, also the so on PS2 they use like basic circle drop shadows, like it's like heroes. On GameCube they had like real-time shadows and stuff, man. When I tell you the GameCube version of this game looks so much better, it goes crazy, man. It goes crazy. The aura looked better on GameCube. Everything just looked way better on GameCube, man. Like, this is, I want to keep it real. If you want to play this game, I feel like playing the GameCube version is the way to go. This did not release on Xbox. It did not release on Xbox. I think this really, because this released like right when the PS2 came out. I think it released in 2001. (2002). So this came out very early in the generation. I don't think it was like a lot of the early generation games took a while to come to Xbox. I mean, even on GameCube, like it came to GameCube later. This is also one of my favorite things about it, where the clashes, where you would clash and like at the same time and you would mash to see who won the fight. I used to love that because I remember when I used to play at my cousin's house, it was crazy, dude. Telling y'all, like, Budokai 1, such a good game. I also got Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition, which I haven't played Vesperia at all. I've heard this is like the Final Fantasy like 7 of the Tales series, not Final Fantasy 7, but like, it's a better game. Like the Final Fantasy like 9 or like 10 of the Tales series. It's really good. It's the best game, in many people's eyes. So excited to play that. And I have Tales of Berseria on PC. I actually started playing it on PC. And I bought it on PS4 because I'm going to play it on my TV. Because I don't like using Steam Link. It's really bad. And I don't like using Moonlight because it's also pretty bad. Like, I can't play games streamed. They just don't feel good, if that makes any sense. It just makes me upset. And I got Puyo Puyo Tetris, which I have liked quite a bit. I just need to play a bit more of it. Makes me want to play Rage and Blast 2 is so good. Both of the Rage and Blast games are really good. I've thought about doing videos on them, especially Rage and Blast 1. But I think that's it for the stream, man. That's basically it. Thank y'all guys for coming out. Is there anything else y'all want to talk about before we clock out? Anything substantial before we clock out? This was a pretty good episode of Shadicstick Live. I will not be able to stream the FF7 event. I have work, sadly. The FS7 port on Steam. If you honestly want to play FS7, like original FF7, do not get the Steam port. Get the game on Switch or PS4 or Xbox. That's the version you want to get because it has the 3x speed. Voice actor for Shield Hero Pass. I didn't watch Shield Hero because it was bad. So rest in peace to him. But I don't watch Shield Hero. I've seen that on Twitter though. I didn't know he was in Shield Hero. Everybody was just saying, rest in peace to this dude because I follow a bunch of actors. Also, that one leaker on Twitter sees something regarding Crisis Core is coming soon. Crisis Core HD maybe. You voiced Rui from Demon Slayer. I didn't watch Demon Slayer in English, dog. I don't watch anime in like English. Because most of the time I'm watching it as it comes out. I don't rewatch anime. Unless it's like really good. I rarely rewatch anime unless it's really, really good. Yo, rest in peace to him. But I ain't got much to say on that. Event predictions. Probably. I feel like we're gonna get more on the Ever Crisis stuff, which is probably related to Crisis Core, and then Part 2. I think those are the two things they're gonna talk about for FF7. And probably something related to the FF7 Battle Royale on mobile phones. Probably it. I don't think they're gonna announce too much stuff. I think if they do announce Part 2, it's gonna release within the next 2 years. Because they had to restart FF7 Remake because CyberConnect 2 was doing a horrible job. Play some Dead by Daylight sometime. No, I'm not playing that game, bro. That game looked boring. I'm also not gonna buy it. I mean, it's already been announced that it's gonna be a mobile game. That's gacha mechanics. Ever Crisis is coming to mobile, but it's a full remake of all of the games. It's a remake of Before Crisis, Crisis Core, FF7, Advent Children, and what is it called? Dirge of Cerberus. It's gonna connect all of the FF7 games. Or it's gonna remake. It's gonna retell all the FF7 like story content of the main continuity. So, but Ever Crisis for mobile already, Jay. It needs to come to like Switch, because that's the only way that's the FF7 remake for Switch, bro. It needs to come to everything, but most notably Switch, because Switch not getting FF7 remake. It'll make that thing explode, dude. I also think they're gonna probably announce FF7R for part 1 at least for Xbox. Also, that Sony is gonna release an Elite controller equivalent of the DualSense in the coming months and announce it in the coming. Bro, the DualSense sucks. I want them to like release a controller that has offset analog sticks. That's what I want. I did not know there were gacha mechanics. Yeah, bro. Rise of Core and Dirge of Cerberus on the new PS Plus would be neat. Dirge of Cerberus is not a good game though. Dirge of Cerberus is actually bad. How is the Switch version of Frontier is gonna be though, bro? It's gonna be people's Switches are gonna start overheating, dog. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad when that game comes to Switch. I already know. Emo Steve Bloom. Oh no. Steve Blum. But guys, I think I'm gonna get off now. Your boy is tired. Yeah, he is very tired. I hope the Switch version of Frontiers is cloud only. Oh, don't say that, bro. That's just sad. No, I don't hope that. I don't hope that. That's horrible for a platformer. But my iPad is starting to die. That's how I control the stream, so I'm gonna do that. No drive, but a full game will be on. Oh God, no! Don't say that. Don't say that. Oh man. But thank you guys for coming out. I really enjoyed it this time around. Hopefully we have another Shadicstick live soon. It's probably gonna be later in the afternoon because of work, or maybe it's like on a weekend or something, so I don't gotta worry about it. But this has been your man Shadicstick. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Share this out with your friends, especially if you watched it post. Hey bro, take care and keep gaming. Thank you, brother. You too. All of y'all. That's to all of y'all. Remember, half Raga turns to Kobasaga. Chill out with some of my other videos. Peace. Have a good one.